Hello and welcome to They Are Billions, a new series on this new game from Steam. Now this is in early access and it is a RTS slash tower defense survival game. We're going to go and do it on standard difficulty, the 100% store factor. I thought about making it a bit easier. Now I was like, no, we're going to try and beat this. So I have to last 100 days and keep my command center intact. Let's see how we do for the first go. Now, with this, I have seen it being played from in several other videos, so I've got a sort of understanding of the basics, but this is the first time I've ever played it myself. So we'll see how we do on this first try. You could probably tell by the length of the video that things didn't go particularly well. So I was just trying to figure out what to build, what to do. The nice thing about this is that it does have a pause function, so you can plan things off before you do them, because in this game, every few days, say every couple of weeks or so, you have a horde of zombies that will attempt to attack your command center, and you've got to basically shove them off, push them away, and not let them kill the command center. So it is to survive, and here I am trying to find some extra space on the map to build into, because I start in a area which is not very good. So the idea of the game is that every other person's infected. There's zombies basically all over the map, and you're a colony of people. You've got to grow your colony. You've got to then survive waves of the zombies coming to you, and also you start with a tiny little place to call your own. You have to clear the map to make it bigger, but give yourself more building space. So here I am trying to clear up the map, sort of neglecting my base by focusing on this, and that would be one of my many downfalls in this playthrough. The reason I'm not recording it at the time is that this voiceover at the time of playing the game is that I wanted to concentrate on playing the game and not having to think about what to say, because it was my first playthrough, and I'll do the same on the second playthrough as well. But I think I'll start voiceovering while recording because it saves me the time to do it afterwards, and you probably get a better reaction from me. So I'm building a couple of fishermen villages to get food. Now the important resources of this game is you've got food, wood, stone, gold, iron, oil, and workers. So you need workers to obviously work things, but you need food to feed your workers, and then you need other resources to build buildings, and you need energy to power the buildings. So I forgot about that. You need energy. So everything feeds into each other, and you've got to grow and build your base rather than turtling, which is really quite nice, because then I like the fact you got a fog of war to start with, so that you have to be productive, you have to push out, you have to find that space. And unlike lots of other RTSs, you can't just build anywhere you want. You can't just run your people over to one side of the map, plonk some defenses down, and then that's okay. Because you have these Tesla towers, which they shine like beacon towers. They sort of give you transport your energy. They're sort of like your pylons, if you will, and they have lights on them, see around them, and you can build in an area which has got them on them. So you've got to think about those placements. You've got to think about placement, how many tents you have or houses to supply your workers, and not. It's a big juggling act, and it took a little while. Well, this one is sort of a finding out game. It was a finding out about everything, and so basic buildings you got with a hunter's lodge, which you put on near woods to hunt food in the thing in the woods. You've got fishermen buildings to fish, and so those two provide you food. You have the Tesla Tower, which provides you with a building area. You have the sawmill, which is the first cuts down wood in the first resource. Unlike lots of RTS games, the woods never shrink. You don't actually cut down the woods, so that's quite good. And zombies can't travel through woods, so you have a defense, natural defense within your woods. The other buildings you can have are mills, which provide your power, tents, which provide workers, and then you can have wooden gates and walls, which help protect your city. From there, you have to have upgrade buildings, sort of say like a wood warehouse to help build more complicated wooden structures, and then you upgrade them and have access to like stuff like markets, foundries, and lots of other things that you progress through. So here I am trying to place a sawmill. Another thing that I really enjoyed about there we go, me putting some Tesla tabs. Another thing that I like about the game is the way it restricts the resources. You can't have a sawmill and just place 4 of them in the same wood because there's a conflict and they would farm or chop down the same area of land. So you've got to have gaps between them so they don't overlap, before you can actually place any sawmills or fishermen's cottages or hunter's lodge, which I think is really good because you've got to really think about the placement. Here I am trying to take out some zombies who have wandered in. My rangers, you start with 2 different units that you can have, the rangers and soldiers, but you need a soldier center to be able to make any more because you start with a small force. I think it's 4 rangers and 1 soldier. You have to have a soldier center to build more. And yeah, didn't get very far. As you can see, we have at the top of the screen now is stone, and that will be the next resource. So once you get everything wood, then you'll go to stone. Wood still plays an important part, but you mostly focus on stone. And then towards the end of the game, you'll get iron. So you need iron resources, which are a darker color, like a blacky grey color, and then oil, to power some of the units at the end. And as you can see, these zombies have wandered in and have taken out the Tesla Tower. And as you can see, I'm just having a poor job in defending against these like few invaders. This is a bit terrible to watch. I mean, just seeing how badly I do. But I don't think it was a bad map to start with, but I just didn't use it. I thought didn't pause it enough. I just didn't do anything that great and ended up dying. The second game, I'd like to say it goes a lot better, and that'll be coming into several parts. I mean, this is just one part because this is literally the whole first run, but the second game will be a several part video, and then hopefully I'll do a series where we go through a few games in several parts, and hopefully you enjoy it. Taking a break from the Planet Coaster videos for a while because this is new and I'm enjoying playing it. So I've got a couple more Planet Coaster videos already recorded, and I just need to put them out. So yeah, you'll see them soon. Here I am, just messing up badly. We've got people being attacked from the top. Oh, the other thing about the zombies is that, hey, I'm finally building some walls. Let's go about the walls. You can only build walls too deep. That's all the game lets you to do. It doesn't stop you from building 2 walls, having a gap, then another 2 walls. But yeah, only lets you build walls too thick. Oh, one of the good things about the zombies, which makes it harder, but it's really good, really cool in my opinion, even though it can ruin your game, is that when a zombie takes out a building, any workers who work in that building, like when you build it, you need workers to build the building, they then turn into zombies. So if you get a row of houses which get destroyed, you are screwed. It really, bases just wipe out so quickly. It's ridiculous. And yeah, and you see this space is not very big. I'm just trying to find a choke point, really, so that we can have, find choke points where you have your thin areas to defend, so you don't have to build massive walls. You don't want them too long, but you don't want them too thin either, because if you have them too thin, you can't get as many defenses along them, so they end up being vulnerable. Because when a horde comes, you can see that you know what direction it's coming from, and they work out. And the AI is pretty good at finding holes. They do like to attack certain weaker points, so always you gotta always keep your wits about you. So as you see, they've got into my tents, and they are just killing my workers. They're all infected, and I think all my rangers are down. And see that zombie's just wandered in from the side that I wasn't looking at, and that's it. He took it out. And that's the whole playthrough ruined from a simple mistake of not being able to see something from one side of your base. It's a real risk-reward system going out or building in. You've got to strike a balance and then gradually progress. You can't just take everything as fast as you can. So here I am. I've only lasted 6 days in my first playing through. The second one goes better, so I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.